I was at home. Gail promised to take care of Prim, and the baker said that he'd always feed her.
Oh, the baker said that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That's
So
right.
Gail and the baker might come along somehow.
So you're going to try and thread the baker into it as more of a character in your version of the story. Okay, that's fair enough. That's cool. Okay. So what kind of characterizations do you think you're going to give to the baker? Is he a kindly man? What kind of a person is he? What what does he look like?
It doesn't really say. It just
on the story.
Which is good. Which means that you guys can naturally. Yes. Scars from where?
The baking.
Of the baking. Yeah. So what? Because there's no character description of him, that means you've got a blank canvas.
Yeah.
So how do you in your mind's eye see Peter's dad?
I see him as quite like a gentle giant, like really big with big baker's hands.
but nice.
But with scars.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. The moment you started talking, I saw him as with a big handlebar moustache. Don't know why, but that's what I saw. Okay, that's cool. All right, but it's those kind of details that are going to be really important. What does he wear?
Like a white apron.
Big white apron. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. White gummies.
Right. Yeah.
So you're doing Grease's Say. So because you can make more of her now. How do you think she look? What do you think she looks like? Okay, smaller than Katniss. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, old woman. She would have shrunk over time. Yeah, it's a good description. Okay, thin.
Yes, it says she's bony in the book, and if she's that would mean she's thin also. Cause
Yeah.
No fat to cover it up.
So describe her skin then. If she's old and bony and thin.
Probably like wrinkled.
She's shorter than Katniss.
Chicken neck. Yeah. Well, but you're going from the film though, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's all about what you see in your mind's eye when you describe.
With sort of grey hair, no money to style it or anything.
Yeah.
Long, straight.
Well, nobody's rich on the seam apart from the mayor.
Yeah.
Cool.
Linens there. Not many showers if they were cold.
So you've got here synonyms for hair. Sooty.
Yes.
That's quite nice.
Which
I like that.
Yeah, we need to work on that a bit there.
That's cool. So what you guys are working on chapter 16. So let's have a look at this.
Yes.
So Katniss and Rue. Okay. What's happening in this one here?
Well, Katniss has gone to blow up the careers supplies
Right.
pyramid.
So this is an important chapter with Rue, isn't it?
Yes.
This is quite an important one. Yeah. Okay.
And when she goes to call Rue, she doesn't reply.
Yeah.
So Katniss is very worried.
Yeah, no, good stuff. So what you're doing here, so I like this down here, got mood theme is concentrated, determined, focused, anxious, planning, plotting and thinking. Yeah, cool. Alright. Main event, Katniss blows up the supplies pyramid. Yeah.
I don't know. Girls only got to see the actual.
So what chapter have you got? Chapter 10 to 12. Okay, alright, now that's really important because now how does Gale see that? How does Gale find out?
Standing on the platform and like.
It's just see Peter trying to.
He wouldn't see.
Yeah, but how is he seeing that? How is
Screen at the town square.
Okay, so through the TV. So you've got a group gathering going on. It's the beginning of the games. Would the baker be there? Would Prim be there? Exactly. So how would they be feeling? You know, what would exactly? Well, would they be cheering? You know, they might be. Exactly.
Capital will be going wild because they don't care if anyone's dying or anything. They just care about a good show.
In Capital, yeah.
Capital, yeah.
But what about when we're looking at things like, you know, how many previous winners has District 12 had?
One. There's two. One's already
Dead, yeah. And Haymitch is the only surviving one. So what are the odds then, do you think, of the people thinking that Katniss and Peter are going to survive?
1, 2, and 24. Would it be?
Yeah, very low. So would they be anxious, nervous, worried?
They would probably probably already be sad.
So what's the mood of the crowd like then? Back in District 12 at the scene.
It would be really quiet. It'll be
Well, this is all the kind of stuff you need to put into it. So it's not a joyous occasion. They think they're about to watch somebody die.
In District 1 and 2, they'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well that's the kind of stuff that you need to put into your story, okay? Yeah. Cool. So you're scribing all this down here, are you?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're sorting out our character. Mum is the main character because she's probably getting taken with the.
So what chapters have you got here? 3, 4, 5?
We've got 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, so you got the start. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, cool. So you're going to start in the woods or start at the reaping?
We're starting at the
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. So how would Gail feel? Because he had tons of tickets in, didn't he?
Yeah, he would be really worried. He'd be really worried. He'd be scared for himself.
Nervous, yeah, okay. And then how would he react when Prim gets called, knowing how Katniss feels about Prim?
He would have been pretty distraught. Because he thinks of Prim like a little sister. So
Yeah,
he would have been pretty
exactly. Good.
horrified.
Now this is all the kind of stuff you need to get in there because you might not be writing this chapter, so you need to give as much information as possible. Okay.
And he'd also be feeling worried when Katniss volunteers, but also he has to take Prim back, but
Yeah.
he obviously doesn't want to, but he doesn't want Prim to go and he doesn't.
Because she's got less of a chance of winning.
7, 8, 9.
Okay, so what's the main events in 7, 8 and 9?
Out of all 3 of them,
Yeah, and this one's shooting the apple.
Oh, scoring the 11. So that was over there. So how would Gail find out about all of that?
when they show it over the TV.
Okay, so when in the day do you imagine that's going to happen? At night. So that helps you set the scene. It's at night time. People come back from work. They're tired. All that kind of stuff. And that's the kind of information you need to put into here.
Yeah.
So and then again, that whole thing about Peter declaring his love for Katniss. That's quite an important thing for Gail. How's Gail going to react to that?
Yeah.
Like, majorly.
Yeah, exactly. So have we got a whole kind of jealousy thing going on here? So do we have to explore Gail's feelings towards Katniss?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you got a big job to do here, girls. You're stuck on a synonym. What's the synonym you want?
Well, we want something that's not too happy, not too sad.
Well, describe what you mean.
Undecided.
She was stuck up in the tree,
Who?
Katniss.
Right.
So Gail would be sad about that, like worried about that. But then she cut down the Tracker-Jacker's nest, and then she got free, and she met Rue, and they teamed up together.
So do you think do you need to make much of the contrast between how Gail knew Katniss and how she looked back at the seam in her kind of work clothes and rough clothes and making do, and then now she's all blingy and glammy? How do you think he might react to that? Does he feel that this is the real Katniss, or this is a fake Katniss, or? Yeah, but does she look uncomfortable? Does she feel uncomfortable? She does that spin, doesn't she? So she's actually playing up to it as well. And she chastises herself later on by saying, "I was silly," but Gale didn't see that or hear that, did he? Okay, so all of those things, you've got these conflicts going on here.